that in the show too. I don't care.
Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to another Fast Friday. Tonight, it is FARC Super Series racing at Adirondack International Speedway in New Bremen, New York. New Bremen, however you pronounce that. So, Adirondack is a half-mile, moderately banked, egg-shaped track. Sort of like Langhorne. And Langhorne's a pretty fun track, so this should be a fun race too.
It's fun if you like to die.
So we got 21 cars taking the start tonight. 32 cars showed up. So Mike Malone took fast time. That's going to be 10 bonus points for him in his effort to get back going for his championship effort. In fact, let's bring up the point standings real quick. I probably should have had these prepared beforehand. So yeah, Bobby Porteau leads by 126 points over his brother Hamilton, and then Mike Malone is third, 157 points back. So Carson Crompton is fourth, Armand Delpere fifth, Kenny George sixth, Wes Murray seventh, coming off of some bad times and some good times for Master Sport Racing if you've been keeping up with the FARC Low Dollar series. So Andy Pearson 8th. A.J. Young, after his upset win last week, is 9th, and Melissa Whitley rounds out the top 10.
I can tell you, watching that race from the pits was just amazing.
Amazing for some people, infuriating for others. Oh, and look who's on pole tonight. After Mike Malone rolled a 6 on the die, so the full field was inverted, and A.J. Young, who qualified 21st and last on speed, will be on the pole.
That man needs to go to a casino.
So it's Matt Pearson. Matt Pearson on his outside. Row 2, Ricky McKenzie and Ralph West. Row 3, Jason Bates and Tim Burkhalter. Row 4, Armand Delpere and Phyllis Theodore, the Delpere teammates. In row number 4, Wes Murray 9th, Alfred Jones 10th, Carson Crompton 11th, Billy Bob Childers 12th, 13, Isaac Leitner, 14th, Kenny George, 15th, Chris Hankey, 16th, Melissa Whitley. Chris Crompton, father of Carson Crompton, is 17th. Bobby Porteau, points leader, 18th. And his brother Hamilton, both pretty deep in the field. Andy Pearson in 20th, and 21st is fast time setter Mike Malone. Oh, let's get this race going. And one very neat thing about this track is that the builder of the track builder, Mike Cole, included a custom sound file that you can probably hear a little bit right now. It was sounds recorded at the real Adirondack Speedway, so that just plays on a loop, and it gives a lot more life to the environment. So I think more tracks should do that. Anyway, field coming around to take the green flag. A.J. Young leads at the start. Facing a challenge from Matt Pearson around the outside, side by side throughout this whole first lap, as the field goes 3 and even 4 wide behind them.
And Alfred Jones right there in the middle of that.
Man.
Oh, we got a spin. Billy Bob Childers up into the wall on lap number 2. Field racing back to the line. Matt Pearson has taken the lead quite comfortably.
I'm shocked that was only a one-car crash.
Oh.
Field makes it back to the line without any further incident, aside from a little bit of contact between the Delpere teammates. Phyllis Theodore not impressed with her car owner for some reason. Oh well, they get that sorted out.
There was some beating and banging even after they took the yellow flag, so temper is already flaring.
Got a little bit of confusion as to who's lining up third. It's going to be Wes Murray in the 54.
Yep.
Yeah, that was as packed as you could probably see on a short track. I saw Alfred Jones and a couple people going 3 wide. And so big news for Alfred Jones coming up here pretty soon. We'll be announcing that pretty soon. But yeah, it was just chaos from the very beginning.
That is the voice of John Dilks, owner of the 68, out onto the track. After that hair-raising first lap.
It is, yeah, hair-raising is the correct word, probably. I can't think of anything else.
I do believe this track is in upstate New York. Someone's going to have someone clarify that.
Adirondack is in New York, correct?
It's Glens Falls, New York.
Yeah.
Glens Falls.
You see the Canadian flags, so it must be near the border.
Yeah. So hello to everyone in the chat. Sorry to miss you guys at the start. So, Nino Walter, yes. I'm not going to say all of that. Packerman, 71, longtime FARC competitor. Florarena from the Walfa Station Wagon, hello. And, of course, Ryan Bagay, another longtime FARC competitor.
I love the fact that there is a Green Bay and a Chicago fan in the same chat. If you know football, you know that's not a good combination.
So, taking bets on who wins the inevitable fight. And hello, Kathy Williams. So, 1 lap to green. I saw Matt Pearson dip to the inside a few laps ago. I thought he had a mechanical problem. Right after Nina Walter said, I hope Matt Pearson wins this race. Thankfully, doesn't appear to have a problem. We go back green. Wes Murray immediately takes second from AJ Young, who's going to get swallowed up by the field, it seems. Pearson hanging on to the lead.
You're going to want to be on that inside line the entire night.
Just like, you're going to want to hug your car. Hug that bottom. You got to crash in the back. Couple cars in the wall. Ricky McKenzie
Who's going to get the lead?
Took Phyllis Theodore into the wall with him. Alfred Jones got a small piece of that, but it doesn't look bad. And Wes Murray took the lead at the caution.
It looks like it's going to be another paycheck. I'm sorry, Bill.
So let's have a look. But I'm sorry, it was Ricky McKenzie in the 67 who got put into the wall by Melissa Whitley.
Oh, man.
Phyllis Theodore and Alfred Jones not left with too many options, but that's barely any damage on the 68. 04 is a bit of a different story, but all these guys should continue.
Another instance of tight racing. How close was that finish for the, how close was the lead change at the yellow? They were side by side coming to catch the flag.
Let's see. It was 0.4 of a second, so Murray had a pretty comfortable lead at the line.
All right, it looked pretty close coming out of 4. Or 1 if there's no belief that there's any straightaways.
If multiple cars crash at once, one after the other, would that be a muffler orgy? A car orgy, yes, you could call it. Especially if they're stacked on top of each other.
Oh, I've seen that situation before. It's called Turn 1 at Cape Cod.
So lap 13 of 60, all 21 starters are still on the track and on the lead lap. Of course, we've had 2 very quick yellows at the start of this.
And no takers on pit road for tires.
Yeah, it's a short race. And these guys are on short track budgets, so no pitting will be needed.
Yeah, we always bring tires just in case.
What happened in the last 12 laps? 2 very quick yellows. Ricky McKenzie's got the most damage so far. So Floyd Fantien, who owns the 66 and the 67. Going back to green, Wes Murray leads, trying to score, I believe, his second Super Series victory. The 55-year-old co-owner of Master Sport Racing. Chris Hankey going for second.
Looks like he'll get the position easily.
Let's check up on our fast qualifier, Mike Malone, who has not made much progress. He's up to 17th after starting last as a result of the invert.
3 wide in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, that ambient sound file is really cool. I don't know. I don't know if it canonically takes place before Delaware. I don't care much for that. And Chris Hankey's taking the lead.
Yeah, look, he's got a comfortable lead too. Might have a good green flag run here.
He took the lead quite easily on lap 17. Mike Malone's making a bit more progress now. AJ Young looks like he's not going to repeat his success at Berlin. He's dropped all the way. He's dropped through the field quite a bit.
Good racing going on here tonight.
Matt Pearson, who led early, is down to 6th now. So the three of the points leaders who started in the back have come up through the field quickly, except for Mike Malone. Hamilton Porteau leading that charge. Porteau's second in points behind his brother. He's negotiating with Billy Bob Childers, who spun to bring out that first caution.
I wonder if the holiday dinners ever get really good. To get competitive over the first piece of turkey.
Yes.
Who can wrap the present first? I'm sure there's competing trophy wins too.
Chris Hankey is really stretching his lead out, and it looks like the first car to go a lap down is going to be Jason Bates shortly in the Master Bates restoration car.
That is White Neatery. Someone was in the dirt. There's a cloud of dirt there.
Yep.
Looks like Billy Bob Childers might be moving up through the field after his spin.
Even with all that damage, looks fast.
Someone may have hiccuped on the high line.
Yeah.
But they all keep going. Hamilton Porteau slowed up checked up a bit. Not sure why though. We got Ricky McKenzie in trouble. Ricky McKenzie's blown up and is heading into the pits. His night is done.
Well, I guess we know why they slipped up. They might have had some oil in the tire.
Chris Hankey's already lapping cars.
Yeah, Alfred moving out the way wisely. Still a bit of race to go.
Well, this is a very quick race. We are already past halfway. A much calmer race than Berlin. Of course, I think just about every other race we've run this season is going to look calm in comparison to that race.
Still some bumping and banging out there for position, so we might have another caution yet.
Especially if Hinky doesn't have any patience for some of these lapped cars, or any of the other leaders for that matter.
Patience seems to run thin in the FARC garages.
Yep.
Because Berlin was absolutely amazing. For all the wrong reasons, but still.
I probably could have counted them. I probably could have looked around that garage and said, there's not enough cops here to keep everyone in order.
Unfortunately, I cannot throw a debris caution. I've already been on the track to skip time to the command of fire engines. Oh, Isaac Leitner in the pits. Let's find out why.
Might have a down tire.
Well, the crew isn't changing tires. The invisible and ethereal crew. So
Angels in the garage.
of course, all FARC pit crews are required to wear special uniforms that that make them invisible and ethereal, so that they don't get hit by any cars in the pits. Excellent safety measure by FARC.
The wonders of technology.
Yep.
Leitner heading back onto the track. He's not out of the race, but he's a couple laps, quite a few laps down, about 20 laps from the finish. So I don't think he's going to get much further than this.
Unless something happens, this race looks like it's going to belong to, who's the leader? 31 car?
Yeah, 31 is the leader. Oh, he's
Yeah.
already lapped up to 7th place. So
Yeah,
Chris
this looks like a
Hankey
done deal.
on a roll tonight. Unless something happens.
Would you say some hanky-panky?
I've already made that joke several times during the season.
Sorry, couldn't resist.
He's just lapped 12th place Matt Pearson. About to work on... Sorry, 6th place, number 12 Matt Pearson. Working on Melissa Whitley in 5th place. If you play some Eurobeat of any sort, your car will go 75% faster.
Well, I guess we'll be buying some Eurobeat for the 68 team.
Yeah, I'm thinking of lengthening the Super and Truck Series races next year.
What position is he up to, and how many cars is he? Oh, he's up to 5th.
He's lapped up to 4th. We've only had 2 cautions in the first 10 laps. Very surprised we've stayed clean since then.
I know I'm arrival. Go ahead. No, okay. I'm a rival owner, and I don't know if I should say this aloud, but I don't know if there's something legal under that car right now.
And the conspiracy theories come rolling in. Oh, we got bit of fender banging between the 5, the 71, and the 51.
For position?
None of this is for position.
Oh, well, it's just useless then. They're bored.
Armand Delpere, 4th place, going a lap down.
The 51 finally trying to get around.
The 31 could lap the field before the end of this. He's right there with 2nd and 3rd place. Carson Crompton making the move for 2nd now. Here comes the leader.
Oh, wait.
Oh, he's gonna do it. Just when?
Splitting the lapped cars. Wes Murray now a lapped car.
Alfred Jones now 2 laps down.
Alfred Jones 2 laps down in 15th place.
I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna lap the field.
Yeah.
Oh, he's laying on the bumper of the 48.
Oh,
Oh, no.
no.
Oh no! Oh, he's in the grass.
Oh, Jason,
Oh!
baby.
Oh, boy.
Oh, so close. He almost ruined this. He almost. Ugh.
He almost took himself out after lapping the field.
Bonehead move of the night right there.
Chris Hankey just left the field.
He did. He just lapped the entire field. Has this ever happened before?
I'm not sure. This is first time I can recall a guy lapping the whole field. 3 to go.
Chris Hankey laps the entire field. I mean, it doesn't help the fact that there's only 21 cars in the race, so it's a smaller field.
Yep.
Are there any battles for position? Looks like it. Ralph West and AJ Young going for 17th, coming to the white flag.
Oh,
I'm surprised the crowd's still in the stands after all this.
no.
It also coincidentally happens to be Penny Beer Night. Chris Hankey takes the win.
Petty beer night.
Well, that was a domination by Chris Hankey.
Yeah, very dominating.
So my prediction of this race being a demolition derby is wrong, and we have a crash in the pit lane. Ralph West just rear-ended the 31. Bit of a post-race confrontation for some reason.
Conspiracy. Conspiracy. They paid him to wreck that car so that car couldn't be inspected. Conspiracy. Right here. Calling it.
Yep.
Alright, got the replay and results exported. Let's tally up points real quick.
Alfred Jones, 2 laps down. Yeah, I wonder what this is going to do to the points in terms of everything that's going on tonight, because the Porteau brothers did not have that strong of a run.
No, they did not.
So I'm very interested in seeing what their lead has become, because Hengy just dominated that race.
Let's see, where was Hankey coming into this race? He was 11th in points. So 203 behind. So I think he's going to make a lot of ground.
That should put him strongly into the top 10.
Yep.
But that's my math, and I'm probably wrong. So
Just had to add Adirondack to RPM real quick.
I need to get.
All right.
I need to get a program like this.
Yeah, RPM's pretty useful. So,
go ahead.
The winner was Chris Hankey. Carson Crompton took second with a late race pass on Wes Murray for that spot. Wes Murray fell to fourth after Armand Dilper got by him. Then it's Melissa Whitley fifth, Kenny George sixth, Matt Pearson seventh. Your points leader Bobby Porteau made it to eighth. Billy Bob Childers ninth, Hamilton Porteau 10th, Chris Crompton 11th, Andy Pearson 12th, Tim Burkhalter 13th, Mike Malone 14th, Alfred Jones 15th, Phyllis Theodore 16th, AJ Young 17th, first car 3 laps down. Then it's Ralph West, Jason Bates, Isaac Leitner pitted, came out and finished the race 4 laps down, and the only casualty of the night was Ricky McKenzie, blew his engine on lap 28.
Who was it that hit Hanky on pit road? Was that Moray?
It was Ralph West, the 87.
West.
What?
Okay. I mean, maybe West didn't like Hanky passing him. Maybe there was a bit of contact.
Yeah, I'm not sure. All right. So looking at the standings, it's the Porto brothers still on top, but Chris Hankey's up to third.
Wow.
He's vaulted
Yeah,
up to third.
Solid.
Within 2 points of second.
Yep.
So
yeah, go ahead.
it helps that there is a lot of weight in the top 5 in the FARC point system. Or rather, a lot of weight in the first few positions. So 5th place pays half as many points as 1st. That was probably a mistake. I'm going to change that for next year.
You hear it here, folks. Rule changes coming next year.
Yep.
All right. So that was a quick race. Hope it wasn't too boring. Adirondack's a pretty fun track. It might make the low dollar series calendar next year.
Well, here's hoping.
Yep. That'll be a good, fun race for the low dollar series next year.
I don't quite have a truck race prepared. So I think I might do that next time. FARC Truck Series, I believe, is going to Bent Twig next. So that'll be interesting.
Ooh.
So Bent Twig is a half-mile road course.
Wow.
We ran it in the short track challenge a while ago, and it was a really fun race. So that track's really fun to actually drive.
I've driven it. It's a very interesting.
All right. So that wraps up another FARC Super Series race. And thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time.
Good night, ladies and gents.
Night.